All right, so modern taxonomy takes into account a couple of different things that our earliest people weren't able to do. Like Linnaeus wasn't able to look at DNA and things. He didn't have the technology, he didn't have the ability to do some of the stuff that taxonomists now can do. So one of those things is looking at homologous structure. Same structure, different function. They also look at embryo development. That was something that he wasn't able to see very well back in the 18th century. They also look at molecular similarity in DNA, RNA, or amino acid sequences in proteins. So this would be an example of a homologous structure. We watched a little video on this already, but basically you have similar structures. They may be used for different things, but they're similarly put together, and you can see that they're color coded. Like these green bones, then these blue bones are all homologous, meaning they're similar in their structure. And so there's some sort of relationship there in terms of evolution. So the bones in forelimbs show similarities in mammals. And then if you look at similarities in vertebrate embryos, you can look at here, obviously none of these look very different, right? Even these don't look very different. It isn't until you start getting down to here where things start really looking different from each other. And this is a turtle, this one's a chicken, this one's a pig, this one's a human, and this one's a fish. But early on, those embryos look very, very similar. So that's one way that scientists also look at things. They look at embryo development and what the similarities are, because believe it or not, there's all this data on the third day this develops, so then this splits and this develops, and they get very, very detailed, and it allows them to put things into very specific categories within our classification system. So then we have a cladogram where they look at shared and derived characteristics such as feathers, hair, scales, and we've looked at these before. Basically, it's rooted down here. You have a series of traits this way. You have organisms that you're looking at up here. And these traits are excluding things. So up here you have vertebral column, which means that everything up here has a vertebral column except for the thing behind it. So this guy here would not have a vertebral column. Jawbones, four-legged locomotion, amniotic eggs. So amniotic eggs, it's only the turtle and the wolf that have amniotic eggs because everything below it here does not. So it's kind of a way of looking at things, what shares similarities and what doesn't. Okay. All right. Bye for now.